Today we're going to look at the chart for Taylor Swift, singer, songwriter, very, very popular. If you look to the eastern horizon when she was born, you would see the constellation associated with Scorpio rising at 1 degrees 51 minutes using Vedic sidereal zodiac and not Western astrology. First, we're going to see how the planets are operating in her chart, and what makes her so successful, and then we'll look at the timing of events in her life, and then we can look to see what could strengthen the chart. So first, Sun is in her very first house. It is more than 25 degrees, which is said to be an old age. So it makes it just a little bit weak, but it gives her, it's ruling the career house, and it is placed in the first house, and it gives her career through being a leading singer, songwriter. She did get great support from her parents. They actually moved to Nashville to support her career at a very young age. Then we have Moon, which is placed in a challenging 8th house, which makes it a little bit weak, and it is also afflicted by Mars. So this, it's ruling the 9th house of good fortune through Moon itself has to do with the publicly expressing her vulnerabilities, her depression, anxiety, eating disorder. And the 8th house also gives her great magnetism and windfall of big money. Then we have Mars. Any planet that any multicona sign in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th, the challenging Dustana houses becomes functionally malefic. So you see Aries, the first sign of Aries in the 6th house, and you see the sign of Libra in the 12th house. So the rulers of those signs, Mars and Venus, become malefic in the chart, functionally malefic, as along with Rahu and Ketu. So Mars can be challenging. It is afflicting Moon, and it is the 6th house has to do with healing and health, and it has to do, gives her fire, which can create some anxiety and the eating disorder, but also passion and courage. Being in the first house, gives her more charisma and ability to work hard. She's a really hard worker, very focused and ambitious. Then we have Mercury. Mercury is ruling the house of income, and it's placed in the 2nd house. The 2nd house has to do with voice and wealth, and it gives her income through voicing, expressing her life's journey. And it is slightly weak because Jupiter, its landlord or dispositor, is weak. It can't be any stronger than its landlord. Then we have weak placement of Jupiter. Jupiter is placed in a challenging 8th house, and Jupiter rules the house of wealth and fame. So she has wealth and fame through voicing, expressing. That 2nd house has to do with the voice, the vulnerabilities from the 8th house in her journey, which makes her very relatable and charismatic for many people. Then we have challenging Venus. Venus is, again, ruling that 12th house. 12th house has to do with spiritual growth through letting go of attachments. Gives her great creativity, beauty, and the ability to take on different roles as a performing artist. 12th house has to do with separating from who you are to take on this a role. And then we have weak dispositor Saturn. Saturn is ruling the house of happiness and home life, and it is placed in the house of wealth. So it connects her happiness through singing, 2nd house, And Saturn gives her the discipline to work very hard and achieve fame and wealth. Then Rahu and Ketu, they're always opposite each other. They're always balancing something. In this case, Rahu's sitting in the house of material success and Ketu's sitting in the house of spiritual success. So balancing the two. Let's look at the timing of events. So she and her parents moved in 2003 to Nashville. I think she was 14. And that was during a Rahu moon period. Moon is sitting in the house of life-changing events, ruling the house of travel. Rahu itself is change. Then we have in 2006, she debuted her first album or song during a Jupiter period, Jupiter giving fame and wealth. And 2010, she came out with the song Fearless, which she got a Grammy for during a Jupiter-Saturn period. Again, all wealth and fame ruling those houses and giving great happiness. In 2016, she got a Grammy for 1989, and her relationship with Joe Alwyn started during a Jupiter-Venus period. Jupiter is partner, and Venus having to do with, again, this great creativity. And then in 2020, she revealed that she had an eating disorder and a lot of anxiety during a Mars period. Mars is health and healing. She's revealing, what's going on with her. 2023, she had this amazing tour, which changed the economy in every city that she went to. And this is all during a Saturn period, bringing great happiness. Saturn sitting in the house of wealth and fame. So what could we do to strengthen the chart? Well, she's already doing charity work, which will transform Rahu, Ketu, Venus helping women, Mars helping men that are like brothers. She's already doing all that, so that's helping. And then my favorite remedy, Kavash, which is a silver locket to strengthen the weak but benefic planets in her chart. If you'd like to see a good Kavash, you can go to www.vastucreations.com, where you can also sign up to get a reading or learn Vedic astrology. Thank you so much for listening.